Did you know that you can use your Lenormand cards to predict what your client's partner will look like and may actually be like? Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a reading for Selena Gomez. We have already done a reading for her before, but the question this time will be, who is she going to meet next time? What will they look like? And what kind of characteristics will they have? Now, remember that I am only using Selena Gomez to bring in the energy, and it's only for educational purposes so that you learn how to use your card. So let's go ahead and do a reading for Selena Gomez. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and activate the male card because she, I believe, is attracted to male. So we'll go ahead and activate the male card. We'll kind of shake them and move them around. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a 5-card reading on that. So to be able to do the 5-card reading, we are actually going to look for the male. Here we go. And the cards that are surrounding him will be the characteristics that we're going to be looking for. All right, so let's go ahead and do the meaning behind these cards, okay? So whenever we're looking at the lilies, this may mean that it may be an older gentleman or somebody who is very mature in his ways and very established, okay? So it's somebody who you will feel like it's very stable, okay? And it's very interesting because then you go to the owls, and it's also someone that's going to be very talkative, is a wonderful speaker, and be able to express himself very well. So on this other side of the gentleman, we have the key. And the key may mean that this might be her soulmate. It may mean that he's very spiritual and really thinks very deeply and is able to solve, because the key is like the solution to something. So maybe he thinks, very wisely and he's able to solve problems. Now, the house, on the other hand, he may be very confident, okay? He may be family oriented. And you know how a house is very well built. So maybe he is, he's structured, he's very well built and very strong and maybe very protective and very grounded. So I will have to see who Selena begins to date pretty soon and see if this describes the person who she will be attracted to. The next person that I really thought it would be fun to read for is Kendall Jenner. I have not read for her before. And remember, this is just for educational purposes only to see what kind of advice that the cards have for the man that she needs to look for in her life. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and activate the gentleman. Okay, let's see what we can do to help her. And hopefully they are shuffled enough for when we read for Selena. Okay, so let's look for the gentleman for her. There's the gentleman. Ah, my goodness. Interesting. All right. I go ahead and a lot of times whenever you do have a 5-card reading, you read these 2 cards together and you read these 2 cards together. But because we're looking at the different characteristics of a person, we're going to each read one individually. So you're really going to need to know your cards whenever you do this type of reading. All right, so let's look at each card and see what it has for each meaning. So it's very interesting that the house came up again, just like for Selena. So the house means that maybe this gentleman is very wanting a family, very family oriented. He's very stable in his life and in his personality, very confident. So then next door to the writer, and I absolutely love this for her because he's going to be in shape. He's going to love exercise. Being fit is going to be very important to him. Being very active, okay? Because when you ride a horse, especially now, you've got to be very active in a really good shape. Okay. So now when you look at the dog, okay, the dog is very friendly, okay, very loyal person, right? Somebody who you can actually trust. Now, what I found this interesting is when you look at the dog, okay, and you're also looking at the different colors. So this gentleman may have brown or auburn hair and may have brown eyes. Okay, so it's very interesting how whenever you get the dog, you can also look at the hair color and the eye color and everything. Now, of course, we have the owls as well. At the earlier readings. So whenever you're looking at the owl, so this person is very, talkative, can speak well, is a good speaker, maybe a good salesperson. So one that you can really talk with and I don't want to say negotiate with, but kind of have a fantastic conversation about anything about life. And it would be a good person to really discuss things like that. And so this is very interesting. So hope that she finds a man that makes her happy and is very loyal, is very friendly. And who knows, maybe he'll have those dark brown, deep romantic eyes. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this segment of how to do Lenormand cards on trying to figure out what your next client who they may fall madly in love with. And it's always fun whenever you find characteristics where it actually matches up and they complement each other and it absolutely makes sense. So I hope you enjoyed this and good luck to you. Again, you need to know your cards before you can do this type of reading. So have a lot of fun and remember to follow your intuition on if the card doesn't seem like it's really speaking to you in a certain way, then make sure you tap into that card to see what you need to be telling your client. So trust in your intuition and have fun doing your Lenormand cards.